Oh, no!
Big crash.
Big crash.
Oh, big accident in the rest of the video.
This will be a red flag, almost certainly. Huge impact.
Full course caution already. Pits are closed. Oh, it's the Kelly Moss Racing number 92 car. The AMG safety crew already on the scene. And, oh, David, that's a big hit on driver's right. He's lost the car and in it went. And do the lights go out again? Yes, they do. Exactly the same as we saw at turn 1. And this time with far more significant consequences. So the engine cuts out, and at that point, Misha Goikhberg.
3 and 4, so that was a bit of doing as wow, wild ride for John Hansen as he went off at Hogpen. And how far out did he get? Did he kiss the barrier? Yes, he did.
Oh, did he ever? Gresham Wagner is not involved. Oh, it was Michael Carter who started it all. Michael Carter, of course it was Michael Carter. He's the cue ball. He was the white ball.
Olha a imagem recuperada, ó. Ricardinho vinha por dentro, o Digo foi fechar. E aí teve o toque entre eles. O carro do Matias Rossi. Danificado ali o carro tremendo do Matias.
Estourou já.
Estourou tudo, vai complicar quem tá atrás dele. Se for óleo, vai complicar pro fundo aí, ó. Aí complicou o óleo do carro do Thiago Camilo, e aí a gente tem que esperar.
Com o cu da ira.
Exatamente, já levanta ali o poeirão.
Agora a gente já começa a ter noção.
O
Camilo tomou um toque do Júlio Campos.
E junto foi o Matias Rossi nessa. O Tony vinha ali atrás, tentou
consertar. E o Salas?
Salas pegou inteiro no carro do Matias. Tempo que os 6 estão juntos. A disputa tá sensacional aqui em Goiânia. E aí tem toque aqui na reta, né? Alcinho Casagrande, Cacá Bueno, uma batida forte.
Agora esquece bandeira vermelha, fim de prova.
Pneu voando, os carros vêm ali a alta velocidade.
Massa de novo acertando o pneu.
Massa ali acertou o Felipe Massa e também o Digo Batista.
Nossa, que cena, hein? Mais uma etapa com um acidente impressionante.
Nossa, muito forte.
E o Kaká vinha com push, né, meu amigo? É muito complicado, não tem como o piloto segurar. Na disputa, olha só. Primeiro toque aqui do Rangel Zen, Sansan é quem estava por ali, né? Mais o Wagner Pontes.
Ou acelerar antes da bandeira verde ou do sinal verde. Ou sair do colchete.
E aí já tem enrosco. Já tá o Thiago Sansan, aí já tem batida forte, já tem carro capotado. Thiago Lopes ali. Carro do Thiago Lopes capotado.
Me parece, e ele veio para dentro, talvez tenha sido o Uli Dias, ele veio para dentro numa velocidade um pouco maior, porque ele é da Pro, entre ele e o João Lemos, que o João é o segundo da Elite.
E a gente tá vendo aqui, ó, o toque do Gatão com o Rogerinho Cruzeiro, né?
Eventualmente, quando tiver um pouco de abuso aí nessa questão de disputa de posição.
E a gente revê aí o lance agora por outro ângulo, né? A Cecília ali, estão brigando, o terceiro leva a vantagem sempre. E aí vai Luan! E tem uma imagem sensacional, mais uma decolada.
Fibra de carbono.
Muito perto.
E o halo, tá aí, estão fazendo seu papel, ó, ele perde a asa e perde a sustentação aerodinâmica, passa a roda por cima ali, passa muito perto.
Todo mundo pra cá, quero ver aqui na curva. Que é isso, opa, senhoras e senhores? Dudu Palu. Você viu ali o Léo Barbosa chegando junto. Opa! Na cola do Alfredinho. Na disputa.
Opa, mais
pela quinta colocação. Alfredinho Ibiapina.
Acabou
e
rodando.
Vitor venceu a corrida 1. E tá ali. Você viu o Oswaldo HLM.
Christopher Bell, the 20 car on the outside, Rick.
Yeah, the back. Into the wall hard goes Ryan Blaney off the nose of Ty Gibbs, and the big one happens behind him.
That there's like a little bit of a kind of a move where the car looks like it's getting uncomfortable and out of control. Massive.
Huge hit.
Massive hit.
Blaney.
You saw that wall deflect.
Have separated themselves. A big push coming now for Harvick. And around goes a couple cars. Priest upside down. He's barrel rolling through the grass. Ryan Priest upside down.
They're going down the back straightaway. He makes a move or gets help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground.
That is so scary.
Remember, these cars are traveling at over 190 miles an hour.
We've seen barrel rolls, but when it climbs into the air, I mean, even right there, multiple flips.
10.
Every
10
time
flips.
it leaves the ground.
What I see is everybody's cars are hard to drive. These things are a handful. Oh, they got a big crash. Hard hit in the outside wall. Moffitt, Jones.
Up in the 25, then Brandon Jones collecting the 38. Austin Hill, 1 and 2, coming up on 8 laps to go. Does Jeb Burton's not going to be able to save it? He slides sideways in front of about 18 cars. They're sliding behind him. The caution comes out.
Trying to see what they right here behind him. It should be it right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 10 checked up.
Oh, nasty shot to the inside.
A clean restart. Hill goes up. He blocks the 19. They catch the 2, and the 1 goes around. The 19 of Baines sliding to the inside. Caution has come out. Now he's got a little bit of help from Gray Galding behind him, and then we've got another issue. The 92's around. John Hunter Nemechek in the 20s involved.
You know, cars aren't driving. When you get pushed like that, the cars don't drive straight. They're just banging into each other, and eventually they just run out of. Look at that right there. Cars all the way in the air.
He's got momentum. They're side by side. Allgaier at the line. He'll win at Daytona.
Here in the morning.
Yellow.
What do we have?
Oh, power!
Ericsson. Big hit coming off of 2.
Oh, no. And McLaughlin.
That's right. We saw the rage there. What was the cause of this one? It was Will losing it, and Ericsson is the innocent bystander.
Wow.
So that's nose to nose. That's a rare kind of impact, too. Oh, McLaughlin had spun.
There we go.
It was Power's teammate Scott McLaughlin who had spun, as you suggested, coming out of the pits. Power went high.
Got Ed Carpenter behind him, it looks like.
Ton of oil dry down low, and yeah, that is bizarre. Ooh, was that was Ed right into the back of him?
And now Scott Dixon, as Sato goes around, has a huge advantage.
Everybody can make it on 2 more stops, and it puts him to the back.
Oh,
Sato was trying to get to the wall a couple of times earlier, and it.
Middle of the corner, the car just takes off, a little bit understeer, gets up in the marbles, and once you're in the marbles, the car just takes off up to the wall.
the front wheels on that green painted concrete. Now, can he find a reverse gear is the next question. It was contact with Nico Pino in the number 30 Duquesne car. And I need to see that from another angle, really, to fully realise where the car's with. There is Lawson to the outside of the 72 car and forced that wide at turn 7. So car 72 still with Arnold Robin at the wheel, and there's big off there for Johnny Lawson, who clatters the barrier not once but twice. We were focusing in, and also drama for the second place car overall. Side by side behind Tony Wells, and you're right, it is the 23 car that makes the contact with the rear of the Nielsen LMP3. Euro International car of Glenn von Berlo. That looks suspiciously like he'd already had a spin, and now he rotates again. So it was contact maybe for Glenn von Berlo. He was side by side with a 31 of. So was he going for a move? Yes, he was, and there was. Oh no, it was contact from the 37. Car. The cool racing cars have collided with one another, and the bomb burst begins already as so many cars try and work out the fastest way through turn 1, and there's so many problems though in the midfield.
You're going to see this incident again. So two cars getting together. It was the Team 12 car up the inside in the hands of Warden Gudmundsson and impact. So, just watch it. See that shot again. There was trouble there.
Big time.
But if you then look as the cars come to pit lane.
Were it not for those spins and those cars had headed into the pit lane, I don't think the 45 minutes would have been up. But the spin actually killed some time there, and they surely the team managers are on. Get in the pit.
さあリアライズのタイヤが外れた。これタイヤが外れただけなんだ。いやー、 フラストレートでスピード一番乗ってるところで
で
すけれども、
これブレーキ効かないんですよね、もうタイヤ取れちゃってるんで、でも右のフロントタイヤなんかおかしいんだけどな。
なんかパンクしてるようにも見えましたけどね、ちょっと車高が沈んでるように、後ろから白煙が上がっている、いや、右の、そしてそのまま130あるグラベルからクラッシュバリア、多重クラッシュが発生していますね。
これはちょっと
見た目上4台5台のマシンがストップをしている、素晴らしいオーバーテイク判断でした。
今は何もないんで、分かった、今あった。
そうですね、おそらくこれ藤原ですね。藤原が S 字の立ち上がり、縁石でスピンをしたところ、で今田は日歩コーナーでジャンプ、外側膨らんでしまって、そうですね、
と滑ってるんですよ。
そうですね、
ここ
でそうですね、
滑ってるんで、
はい、そこで接触してしまってスピン、清水は逃げました。
Look, he's alongside. Oh, problem. Contact. Something broke, I reckon, there on Omen's car. Omen's car snapped sideways in rear left quarter. It will be a bit of a shocker.
But that's what the wall's there for.
Yeah, of course,
yeah. Deflect it.
You watch it.
Looking at the window.
It'll move too. Watch the wall move, and that's what it's supposed to do. So it deflects. Well, okay, that is a lot of damage to the Armco there. Ericsson slots in. Austrian contact between. Ericsson goes right the way around the outside. Lay on the brakes on the inside of Ericsson. They're both sideways over the curbs. Ericsson goes round. Ericsson cuts the curbs.
Who's very local to the track in hell. Oh, and
go on, lad. Oh, go on, lad. Go on, light it up. Oh, that was nearly mint. Great start for Austrian on the front row on the inside line. Bar looking like it's going to go around the outside. He as well does. Max Omen gets spun around on the inside, been pushed moving across Nordgaard.
He's getting rotated around the front of Nordgaard, isn't he?
Yeah, Omen moves into Nordgaard and actually hits the back of Tam. So
I think Nordgaard being there is just meaning that it was lucky that didn't just.
Oh, he had some of the contact. I think was his Stir in the back.
Yeah,
Stir getting stuck in, and then it's no contact on the brakes. Marcus Norman goes around. Listen to
Stir's getting well stuck in these first couple of corners. I was going to say she's parked between Steinsoll and and Olafson's dropped it out of the first corner.
Oh no! Don't pull out in front there. Olafson spins the car round, almost gets collected. Oscarson ends up off the road and torn half.
This is Anderson going for a move on the inside of Steinsoll and then just got that over rotation, probably clipped the curb as well, and there's nothing he could do.
Noel Ellison, the black car isn't done in this. Look, who car there's contact rear to rear. That sends Wilsberg sideways, gets collected big time in the background.
Possibly a front wing damage, but maybe not suspension.
Run right
just
plate, just So into turn 3, Piastri.
Piastri's in the wall. There should be a yellow flag. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, he was looking.
Sorry, mid-corner, right? So it must have been when he was getting on the gas again, I think, probably. But
here he goes.
Yeah, he just touched the curb. It's done the front wing.
I think
nudge,
I think he's
just. Let's see there as he turns. Yeah, look. Almost want to see that in slow motion. Here he is coming. Oh, just understeered off. And the grass is obviously.
This is coming up right now.
Oh, just went in there a bit too quick, and the runoff area clearly still a bit damp.
That was Joe Guanyu, just, well, like a power boat. Then when you pass what they call a safety car.
Oh, he touched the wall.
He did touch the wall. That's why they're.
And this is bumpy part of the circuit through fourth.
He's here. There's contact with the Campos of Kushmaini and Crawford off the road there. That was a big moment, and there, wow, look at that, the two Campos cars.
He's on the inside there of Crawford. Yeah, gets a swap on. He actually touches, there a puddle there? He almost touches the grass on the inside there, and Boschon had nowhere to go.
Immediately checking, so Boschon was getting clear of the car, and then running back to make sure that Miney's... Can he make it all the way through? There's a spin, and round goes the man who's second in the championship. Off goes Oliver Behrman in the background as well there. That looks like a good run to the inside, but it's down for Iwasa, and contact once again for Kushmaini.
Nightmare for Porsche.
We're heading to turn number 7, and it's as easy as that.
There is a big, big compression, struggling for the grip there.
I think let's see the whoa, voila.
making a move on Victor Martins as well.
Oh, he's into the wall, he's into the barrier.
And then this is where we're going to see Honkavori come off. Oh, yeah, and it was to the far right of screen. Honkavori spinning on the exit of Hugenholtz. Here we go. Here comes Dorian Boccolacci down the inside of Harry King, and there's contact. King spinning round. Boccolacci, more contact from him. Points King. We're getting into the final third of the race. Oh no, contact there. That's Benjamin Pack going find out what happened back at the start. Bashar Mardini in the black and red. And there we can see he's had contact with Niels Troost, unfortunately. It's been a bit of a disaster. Let's have a look at what happened to Flint Schuring. You'd have to say that's just an unfortunate incident, isn't it? They were both side by side. Lorenzo's taken the curb on the inside. Well, this is where all that debris came from. It's Risto Vukov, who's been in the wars a couple of times. He's picked up a puncture there from damage 2.
Run down now, Mikel Azcona has Frederik Vervies with bits of bodywork flailing off the car. A couple of drivers skip the tyre barriers, but there is one of the liquid coats. That's Jan Elishay. Well, let's have a look again. Vervies to the inside. Cardozo tries to close the door. Contact between the two of them. That opens up an opportunity as well. And what's going on here? This is Jan Elishay. No, but Mikel is side by side. Elishay hard into the wall. Massive contact on the final lap.
Really good launch from the second row of the grid. Tries to get in amongst it, but it's going to be his Team Blegemolen teammate that leads. Oh, and contact at the first hurdle. 3 into 1 simply didn't go. Tobias Downhauer's in the gravel. And from there, they would fight it out for third position. Contact further back as well. Romagnoli getting... Didn't lose too much time. Vladimir Osiortis is your leader. Oh, and contact further back in the pack. Big contact further back. That's a 65 of Romagnoli.
Down the start, finish straight. The engineers shout go. And go indeed they do. It's a great start by Antonio Albacetti. Whoa, goodness me, there's a massive accident further down the order. Is that Mark Taylor that's gone around? I think it's Mark Taylor that's gone into the wall and gain a load of positions by the time they get to turn 1. Jochen Hahn around the outside, and Lucas Hahn, no, father and son come together on the exit of turn 1. Maybe some drifting after the race once it's completed, because these are the perfect conditions for it. We don't shred tyres. There's contact between Antonio Albacetti and Steffi Halm, and Steffi has turned 360 degrees.
Granja de landing, por eso Memoni tiene la trompa del auto dañada.
En la segunda fila, Cordone va por afuera, Cordone se tocaron de nuevo y afuera. Se tocaron de nuevo y afuera, termina complicado. Se lo lleva puesto, mirá vos.
Quedó regalado.
Raceto se lo lleva puesto, se pega muy fuerte también Nico Palau. En el ingreso el curvón del Roberto Moura de La Plata, Pietranera por afuera, no le aflojó para nada, se pusieron de costado, afuera Nacho afuera, afuera Pietranera también, Suárez también pierde el control de su unidad, mirá vos, por adentro va prevaleciendo el pibe de San Miguel, se tocaron afuera Otto y Sabino, los dos.
Lock down that position, but wow, a ton of action early. No, there's a dive bomb move to the inside. 3 drivers collected. And it's going to be missing on his teammate. Teammate on teammate crime. P1, Giafoni back to the lead. Here comes Lockhart to the inside. Oh no, there's a bit of a contact there. Jeffers pushes. He gets into the side of Giafoni. Big move to the bottom of the racetrack. And Giafoni's going to try to go around the outside of Jeffers, who gets the big run down the hill. One driver around, and I believe that's the number 90 of Schouten. They'll work their way back up the hill, and Giafoni doing a good job. It'll be a wide run, though, again, as, contact between he and Jeffers. Jeffers tried to pinch him under the outside, and Jeffers up in the air.
Lamy OMG Racing Yamahas were closing in on race leader Glenn Irwin. Charlie Nesbitt's miserable weekend continued. More so. Nightmare for Charlie Nesbitt, having already been battered and bruised this weekend. A horrible crash at the mountain. Very well to stay in the frame. Tom Need crashed out at Hall Bend, but was up on his feet. Rider okay, as he caught Tom Taparis napping. But then there was some drama. Luke Stapleford with his 5th crash of the year over at Charlie's ends his championship charge for 2023, and the same fate suffered for Tom Booth Amos whilst leading at the very same corner. Bit of drama further back. A couple of riders fell at the hairpin. Dave Grace, but unfortunately for Corduroy, on the very next lap, he went down at Charlie's to end his chances of a solid top 5 finish. Out front then, Rhys Irwin whilst hunting down Ben Curry out front, made his first blunder of the season. Whole shot into turn 1, but immediate drama as Ash Beach crashed and knocked Rich Kerr through onto the grass. Phil Crow joining him. A couple of other moments further back as well, as 1 or 2 riders went down. Super Stock Championship. Then some drama on the exit of turn 1 into turn 2. Francis was taken down after being clipped by Matty Whelan. On Joe Talbot, made contact with the Honda rider. He went down, and Billy McConnell was given the equivalent of a ride-through penalty.
Asher Durham as well, but look at this. Durham to the inside at Mansfield, going down the road, losing the front end, collecting Aaron Sylvester. Sylvester managed to stay on the bike. Thankfully was up and okay. Likewise, Jay Copper crashed at the hairpin as well. The coach was keeping him honest in 3rd place, but he tipped off at Mansfield Corner on the 2nd lap. That was his race run and made it a 4th DNF.